I don't know if our friend Peter the Rabbit got in here. This looks a hot mess. That is a win. That is a huge win. This looks like a wet, soppy mess. It ain't even a speck of green in here, y'all. Not a speck of green. But hey everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you are here. Today, y'all, is harvest day, we hope. I have been away for the last 5 days. And so this is my first time seeing my garden since I've been gone. I'm back now, and so I came to see if my garden is still standing, if we have anything to harvest, and to see what's what. I came out here, or I was about to come out here earlier, and then we had a severe thunderstorm shower. That was not in the forecast this morning, but nevertheless, it has happened. If you're brand new here, my name is Barbara. I live in Tennessee, in zone 7B, and literally, y'all, we have had 60 days and nights of rain. It has been non-stop. I know that many of you are experiencing a drought, and if I could just send you the rain, I would send it right on over to you. Not complaining, just explaining. So today, I only have like maybe 40 minutes before it's going to get dark because, again, I had a 3-hour block to garden, but that did not happen today because of the weather. So the first thing we're going to do, we got baskets, but the first thing I want to go do is to see if our potatoes germinated while we were gone. If you saw my video that I posted a couple of days ago, we did my backyard and I showed you how things were going in my backyard, which was going very, very nice. And we also saw that our potatoes sprouted in the green stalk. So I want to see if they've done that out here. Also, if you are new, I would love for you to say hello to me in the comments. Let me know what city, state, or country you're coming in from, so I can say hello back to you and welcome you to this community. And if you've been here before, thank you so much for continuing to show up. I also want to say very briefly, thank you guys so much for all of the messages that you sent regarding our dog that we lost last week, Max. He is the black dog that has always, usually in my videos, and usually like right at my feet. We have 2 dogs, or had 2 dogs. We have Lexi, which is our African Mastiff, which is the brown dog. She's usually around, but Max was always like right at our feet. So, or at my feet, I should say. So I wanted to say thank you. We lost him last week. It was a very heartbreaking, and I'm going to stop here before I can't do this video. But thank you so much for those that sent messages and emails. I really, really appreciate you guys, thinking of us, and just keep on praying for us. And then also Lexi hadn't been the same since Max. Now she is kind of going in heat as well, but you can just tell she's just, I don't know, she's just not herself. But hopefully she will bounce back, and yeah. So anyway, y'all, let's go down here and see if we have any sprouted potatoes, and then we're gonna get our harvest baskets and see if we have anything to harvest. So this is the first bed that we planted, and y'all, absolutely no sprouting whatsoever. All of the potatoes got planted on the exact same day. This was the very first bed. What we saw in the green stalks were potatoes that were left over when I ran out of space in the raised beds. And y'all, nothing. Absolutely. It ain't even a speck of green in here, y'all. Not a speck of green. But if you saw the other video, remember I said that usually for me, potatoes take about 2 weeks to sprout. Why they sprouted so early in the green stalk, I have no idea, because I've never done potatoes in the green stalk. But they did sprout out there. So this is bed number 1, and I see potato sticking up there. I'm gonna cover that back up. Let me cover this up because I see some sticking up. Yeah, I don't know. Let's go check the other bed. This bed here is our green beans that we planted before we left, and I see that I'm missing quite a few. So if you saw that video, I had green beans all along here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, gone. Absolutely gone. So I don't know if our friend Peter the Rabbit got in here, but the rest of them are still in here, but they don't look very great. Yeah, we have had intense heat. While I was gone, it was definitely a heat index warning, and so the heat index, I don't even remember what it got up to. I think it was like 105. So the extreme temperatures have been the temperatures have been extreme and been really, really hot. And then this is the first rain we've had, I think, since I left, so in about 4 or 5 days. And so the heat, they kind of look burnt, right? But these in the front are just completely gone. Now, if it's a rabbit, I don't know why he didn't eat all the rest of these, or maybe he on his way back. I don't know. But hopefully these things will be okay, at least the ones that are left. We planted like 19 in this bed. Okay, let's go over here where the potatoes are supposed to be. And y'all, no potatoes have sprouted in this bed either. That is just very interesting, y'all, because we had such good sprouting in the green stalks much sooner. Same fertilizer, same potatoes, smaller space. I'm gonna get these weeds out of here while I'm here. But no potatoes sprouting. So I'll give it another week before I'm concerned. Because like I said, I've never had them that early anyway. I've never had them sprout within 7 days. They usually take like 14 days. So I'm not gonna panic. It was just a surprise to see that I had them in the green stalk. Okay, as I'm looking around, if I'm being honest, the garden, I'm not gonna say that it's not beautiful. There's definitely some beautiful parts, but it looks like a garden in August. There are lots of dead leaves, as you can see here, and it just looks like a wet, soppy mess because we just had that severe thunderstorm that came, and then it's just been hot on top of that. Plus, this space has been planted since the last week of April. So this is what gardens look like in August. But as I'm also looking, I see tons of Roma tomatoes right there in front of me. And hopefully they have not been bitten or eaten, because that will be a good sign. So regardless of how it looks, let's see what we can harvest today and see how much food we have to take home. We're gonna start with the tomatoes because I see plenty out here. It's just whether or not they've been eaten. Yeah, no good, no good. Let's see what we can get. The bigger tomatoes definitely have been bitten into, damaged, and all of that. I see plenty of peppers that have been eaten, but these Roma tomatoes, okay, so far so good. Hey, whatever we get at this point is going to be a blessing because it's August and these tomatoes have been here for quite some time. Quite a few have not been bitten, so that's positive. And a lot of them have already turned red, which is great that they survived. And there's plenty more on the vine. I certainly did not expect to get any tomatoes today, just because the tomato production is definitely slowing down. We got this many so far. These are Roma tomatoes, and I will say overall, they've done really well. But I can also see that I have some hornworm damage right in here. So, which is to be expected at this point in the season. Y'all, I really can't believe it. Look how many tomatoes I got that look good. So this basket, you've seen it many times before. It's pretty much 3/4 of the way full. All Roma tomatoes. So that is a win. That is a huge
So
win.
after harvesting the tomatoes,
Yes.
I move on to the purple hull peas. So this row, half of it is purple hull peas. The other half are tomatoes, which we saw, and then some rattlesnake beans. So I start with the purple hull peas and get all of those off. They are producing so very well. We are getting large harvests, I would say, at least every 3 days. So I harvested a whole big bag of peas before we left 4 days ago, and now we are harvesting which I think is going to be another big batch as well. They are just hanging on the vine. Now, last year we did not have a good purple hull pea year for the first time ever, and I definitely had a rabbit, which I've had a rabbit this year, but obviously the rabbit gets the ones that's on the bottom. They can't necessarily climb up the trellis. But last year, I'm not sure why the purple hull peas did not do well, but I barely had any for the freezer. I want to say I might have had 2 or 3 bags for the freezer, and that was about it. And we may have eaten, I don't know, 1 or 2 servings fresh. But I like to have purple hull peas for the entire year until I can grow them again the following summer. And every year besides last year, I've been able to do that. And this year is shaping up to be pretty well. We're still in August, and these peas will go until September. Now, once it gets cooler, they'll slow down. But right now, in this heat, they are doing fantastic, and I am glad about it. I am definitely here for it. I'm not necessarily excited about shelling all the peas, but I am excited to have the peas. So I just start moseying on down this trellis, getting the peas that I can get. There are plenty of them that are ready, and usually we have to kind of do both sides because there's some hanging on the other side that you can't necessarily reach in between, and so sometimes you have to go to the other side and get it. So out of this 100-foot row, I will say probably 50 or 60 feet of it is definitely purple hull peas, and then I would say there's about 20 feet of rattlesnake beans, and then probably 10 or 15 feet of the tomatoes that we just saw. So it's definitely purple hull pea heavy for sure, wanting to make sure that we have enough. I also have some purple hull peas in my backyard that I'm doing for the first time on a trellis. It's just now getting established, so we'll see if that gives us anything as well.
Hey y'all, you can tell the sun is definitely going down. We're still at it, but let me show you what we've gotten so far, and then I think I'm gonna have to come out here probably in the morning and try to finish this up. But we got a couple of big tomatoes there. We have some okra so far there. This is the original thing of tomatoes. We added more on top, so pretty much this whole basket is full. Jalapenos, not so much. And let me show you the purple hull peas, y'all. This whole container, all of these peas, look at that. We're almost pretty much to the top. This is a Vago Garden harvest basket. I absolutely love it. It has handles. It's very durable. It's what we had I think we harvested our potatoes in there, our onions, but I love it. I want to say this is I think this is an 8-gallon. It may be a 4-gallon. I'll put it up here. I'll go back and look and see what I bought. I would say this is halfway full. Definitely a good halfway full for sure, but lots and lots of peas. We're still going. I'll meet you back out in the garden, hopefully in the morning, and we'll finish up our harvest, or I'll let you know what we did harvest. Hey guys, it's the next day. We stayed out there until we just couldn't see anymore. And y'all, for the purple hull peas, I came and I waited. It was 15 pounds of purple hull peas. So exciting. So looking out here in the hot tunnel, and something just caught my eye. A hornworm right, oh, y'all. A big old fat, juicy hornworm. I can't even get over here. It's so thick with the weeds. But this, if you can see, a big old juicy hornworm right there on my tomato plant, which the tomato plant wasn't doing anything anyway because of this big old squash that's taken over the place. But let's get rid of Mr. Hornworm. Okay, so yes, this squash, delicata squash plant has just taken over this entire bed. But I need some help. Oh my goodness, y'all. What happened to this Gomphrena? Y'all, I'm getting so distracted. This looks a hot mess. I don't even know why that's like that. That is looking so crazy. We're going to pull that out. You gotta go. Okay, but back to this squash plant, y'all. It has absolutely taken over. I've shown you this before. It's my first time doing delicata squash, but I need some help. Is this delicata squash supposed to have these bumps and stuff like that? The skin is hard, but it's not nearly ready to be harvested. It's not ripe yet because the tendril isn't brown. I have 3 of them. Oh man, I got 1, 2. There's 1, and then there's another one, but they all have these bumps on them. I see another one in there. That's 4. Is that how they're supposed to look? I don't even know. But let's keep focused. We came out here to harvest. I see this nice tomato there. Let's see if it's any good. Yep. Pretty good. I think I can use the bottom of it for sure. So we'll pick this one. Okay, guys. It is hard to do this one-handed, but let me show you what I got so far. So I got the 1 tomato that looks great. This is the Better Boy. My first time growing it. It's a determinate. It has done well. And then I got a whole basket of mammoth jalapenos. You can see kind of the size. So I got pretty much a basket full of those. And then I'm taking these onions in the house that had been curing. So I'm going to clip those ends and take those in the house for a preservation project. Y'all, I'm going to have to come back because I only had a few minutes, but I still got more peppers to get. And then I also saw my second dahlia bloom. I cannot forget this important step, which is putting on this insect repellent spray because the insects and bugs are still out. We do sell this in our shop. It is all natural. This is what it looks like. You get 2 for $20 or 1 for $12.99. It's all natural, 5 ingredients. It works amazing. If you're curious, go to our website. There's tons of reviews of people that have bought it and love it. So, oh, we need a basket. I did harvest some jalapeno peppers. See, I got some more jalapeno peppers right here. We can harvest. We can harvest these. The jalapenos are producing more now. It's always like that. I'm not sure why. It's like they don't start to really come out and play until August, September, things like that. Oh, I got bell peppers. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got some Aja habanero peppers. Plenty of those. This is a new pepper to me. I absolutely love it. It's Aji habanero, but it's not as hot as a habanero. But it has the flavor of a habanero. So they have been prolific. I let them turn orange, and then I pick them. We got a couple of cherry tomatoes that still look good. We'll grab those. Here are the peppers I have so far. I have the Aji habanero and some jalapenos. And then I was able to get this many cherry tomatoes and a bell pepper. I saw a lot of serranos back there. So I'm going to go back and get the serrano peppers. This is in the middle of the day now. And the temperature is 89 degrees, which is much different than 90 with a heat index. It's hot, but it's bearable for a few minutes. Like 30. And then I probably need to go inside. But we have quite a bit of serranos ready. I didn't do nearly as many serranos this year as I have in the past. because they're always so prolific.
If you've never tried serranos and you like spicy peppers, it's a great one to try. It's easy to grow and it's pretty prolific. I think I only did maybe 3 or 4 plants this year versus in the past I've had tons, and I still have tons of freeze-dried serranos from previous summer's harvest. I use these to make hot sauce. You could also use it to make cowboy candy. You could just use it in dishes. If you want a little kick, you can use it in salsa. So it's pretty versatile and it's pretty easy to grow. So I would definitely say add it to your list next year if you've never done serranos before.
So I got quite a bit of peppers. So we got aji habanero, the jalapenos, and serrano. So we got pretty much 3/4 of the way full. And then you saw the tomatoes. So I'm going to go ahead and put these in the car because, yes, it's getting hot. And then I'm going to go pass through the outside garden one more time because who knows that you could harvest one night and then come out here the next day. Okay, guys. Oh, we got a couple of peppers at the green stalk. We'll get these. There's one. And I got a few more earlier today. Y'all, it's hot. It is so very hot. I wanted to go back out to the outside garden to see if I need to go inside. So I think that's what we're going to do. Thank you guys for joining me today. I appreciate it. We got quite a bit of harvest. I'll give you a pan through so you can see all the harvest that we got. So that's pretty good for mid-August. Remember, y'all, this is all a journey. Let's grow together. I'll see you next time, friend.
Thanks so much for stopping by our channel. And if you would, take a moment and go to our website at livingfoodsfarm.com. You can see all of the latest YouTube videos in case you missed one. You can subscribe to the channel, sign up for our email list, as well as join our YouTube membership. Also, we have many items for sale under the shop tab. You can go to kitchen or to skin and body, depending on what you're looking for. We source many of the items right here from things that we grow on the farm or we buy from an organic source. We also have digital resources as well that you can instantly download. We have everything from seed starting calculators, how to build healthy soil, as well as 2-hour classes, replays on sourdough, canning, and fall gardening, and how to start your garden for the very first time. So go take a look, see if there's anything that you would be interested in, and thank you so much again for stopping by our channel.